Hi, I'm Angelo and today we're going to learn how to do this quick ripple effect on After Effects. Here on my composition I have a very rough animation, which I have the base, my ball jumping into the water and a duck reappearing. I created the water layer with a shape layer with only just a stroke without a fill. To give the water that liquidy effect, we're gonna go ahead into our effects panel and search for ripple. Drag that onto our water layer. And if you see here, it doesn't do much, but we gotta play with the settings a bit. So pump up the radius, and this is a bit too slow, so I'm gonna go with a speed about 3. I'm gonna drag the width all the way to 70, and maybe the height, yeah, go a little higher, 65. Now if we play that back, we're gonna see that we got a wiggle on our water, but still it's not enough because I want more movement in the center. If you see, for center of ripple is this anchor point here on the middle, and if we drag it down it creates some waves, but we're gonna do the opposite and drag it all the way up here. And if you see, it creates a gap in the middle where our splash will happen. Now if we play that back, we have a more smooth splash on our water. And also a last one, I'm gonna animate this wave height, so I'm gonna keyframe it when the splash happens. I'm gonna put a keyframe when the duck starts to reappear, about 65, and near towards the end I'm gonna drag that all the way to 0 because I want the waves to disappear. Okay, that's great. Now we need to animate our duck. We're gonna duplicate our water layer and set a fill to it, whatever color, it doesn't matter, and drag that above our duck and set our duck to alpha inverted. Go ahead and hide that water layer. Now we're gonna go ahead and duplicate these two layers, and we're going to set the second duck at alpha mate. We're gonna find a point where the duck is above the water, and that's where we're gonna cut our two layers. So if we play that back, now we have a really smooth transition of the ball hitting the water and reappearing into the duck. Just to add a little more smaller details, I'm gonna go ahead and select the second duck, hit S on my keyboard for the scale and increase the scale a little bit, just to look like the reflection on the water. And maybe add a Gaussian blur effect. Set the blurriness to around 9%, and I think we're ready. Here you go guys, our quick liquid animation with the ripple effect on After Effects. Thank you for following, and make sure to keep up with the new tutorials coming in the future.